This is the Dark Entertainment Network. I am Rose Noir, your underground icon. The stories you are about to hear aren't fiction. They're buried truths, redacted histories, and the kind of silence that screams. This channel was demonetized for telling them. No ads, no sponsors, just the archives and us. Welcome, dear fiends, to the den. Welcome back, dear fiends of the den. We are talking more today about the Epstein royal Scandalooz because it is not going away. Is there a Meghan Markle connection? Because many people seem to think so. Let's dive in. As we know, Epstein had his hand in everything from politics to royalty. We have no clue how far this goes. And I have been looking into for quite a long time Meghan Markle's past as a yacht girl. Now, if any of you followed Kyle Marissa Roth, rest in peace, girl, she knew that Meghan Markle was a yacht girl. And there are many photos of women on yachts in very, very exotic places. And one of them looks surprisingly like Meghan Markle: complexion, hair, nose, lips, body type, and her signature aviator glasses and fedora, which she still wears. Now, at one point, when Virginia Giuffre filed a lawsuit, she mentioned Meghan Markle as being a witness who would have been truthful and unafraid to speak. But as I'm looking, of course, through Google, everyone's like, oh, Meghan's yacht girl rumors were never substantiated and they've been weaponized. But no, they really haven't, because Meghan Markle, for some reason, knew Princess Eugenie long before she met Harry. So I'm thinking that she had this plan a long time ago, and the way she got in to have met Princess Eugenie would have been through these yachting circles. Because apparently, and according to someone that wrote here on YouTube, you got to hear this comment. Let me pull this up. So from viewer The Apocalypse 1333 writes, it's sickening what she, Andrew, and the whole thing with Giuffre and their daughter/daughters, ugh. And Harry met someone? Did Prince Harry meet someone else? Because the blind item about Meghan Markle, according to CDAN, is this: it's that she's no longer living in her house that they apparently recorded this Christmas special in. That thing that everyone calls the Olive Garden, that giant, giant house in Montecito. So it's very interesting. And of course, with Prince Harry's return to England, this big thing about the reconciliation, there is from CDAN that Meghan Markle has no interest in ever returning to the UK. So it's interesting because so many people are asking so many things about them, and there are allegedly photos of Meghan Markle and Prince Andrew on a yacht together. You tell me if you think this looks like her, both of these photos. You tell me. These photos are off of Cora Digest. There are so many people from the UK who have so much information regarding Meghan Markle and these yacht girl days. But, this is all alleged. It could be a woman that looks surprisingly like her. But this gentleman here that's shirtless sure as shit looks like Prince Andrew. And the man in the darker navy colored shirt, well, his hair looks a lot like Jeffrey Epstein's, but we couldn't say for sure who this really is. So let me know what you all think in the comments. I normally don't share other people's videos on my TikTok, but this all credit goes to DAC News via TikTok. Go follow them. Now, in this video, you can see that Sarah Ferguson is receiving $40,000 cash in a suitcase for access to Prince Andrew, had requested 15,000 for him, and then a half million for access to him, saying, well, he's the Prince of England, he doesn't take a dime for this, but apparently his ex-wife does and sells access to him. All I can truly say is anyone who has anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein should really just disappear from public life. Now, I believe it was either Lady C or Tom Bauer who said that Meghan Markle thought Prince Andrew was like some sort of a servant. Now, come on, even in America, we all knew Charles and Di, Andrew and Fergie. Everyone knew. And there's that photo of Meghan Markle in front of Buckingham Palace as a kid. So, how could she not have known who Prince Andrew was? In my opinion, saying you don't know who he is publicly makes you guiltily look like you didn't know who he was. What a word. Yes, sometimes I make up my own words, but really, she does look guilty. Like, oh, okay, I just have to pretend like I never had any clue who this was. That's why the royals go with never complain, never explain. If you never say anything, no one will ever question you. And it makes me wonder if Meghan Markle is pulling a Fergie in the United States and trying to sell access to Prince Harry. And that's what they did with these full royal tours, like in Nigeria and Colombia. I mean, I think they did Nigeria because she pretends to be 43% Nigerian, and I think that they realized like Harry loves Africa and has, some sort of a connection there. So they wanted to be a big deal. But the Colombia trip to me raised eyebrows because there's three things that you can get from Colombia that are worth something in the United States. And that is emeralds, cocaine, and human beings, particularly children. Now, if Meghan Markle had anything to do with Epstein, then she had something to do with human trafficking. And what I have read about her in these chorus circles is that she rode the line so well between yacht girl and some sort of an actress that she kind of never got caught. And in with the Soho house, that's all over the world, seems to be a great place to traffic women and girls through. Just my opinion, but I am going to keep looking deeper into this. Let me know what you all think in the comments. And thank you all, dear fiends, for joining me in the den. Remember, I am demonetized, and I know absolutely it is because of these Epstein conspiracy theories, because remember, I was able to date Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, not to the late 80s, but to 1985. Again, dear fiends, thank you for joining me on this episode on the Dark Entertainment Network. Don't forget, because I bring you the truth, the den has been demonetized, and it's a signal from the shadows. So if you'd like to support the Dark Entertainment and Rose Noir's investigations, you can do so by tipping the detective. The paypal.me link is in the bio. Again, thank you so much for joining me in the den. If you've got something to say, send me an email at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com.